So what do 25 microtiles, 12 weeks, with 5 UW students from 4 different types of faculties and 1 design challenge add up to? As David was saying, it adds up to REAP, which is a funded extracurricular program that is open to all UW students or should I say undergraduate students, and brings it together a cross-faculty team of students that challenge real-world design and with leading-edge technology. Now, Paul and I have been working since January as part of the pilot student REAP team. And we're going to outline what we've been working on and why it solves a very, very interesting problem. We're first going to start by describing the actual task given to us by Kristina Digital Solutions, as well as the product that we were working with, the design challenge that we then took on, and Paul will also describe the viable solution that we have come up with. Now, Kristina launched a new microtile product, those over there. Think of them as, I guess, digital display building blocks, and they were launched in December of 2009. After the launch, Kristina faced a very, very particular problem. People needed high resolution content like this, but it needed to go in non-standard shapes like this. So Kristina proposed a design task to us, which was basically, how do you provide affordable content to a microtile customer that needs to fit on these type of displays? This became our design challenge. So how do we connect microtile owners with affordable content? For our first brainstorming sessions, several very, very important questions began to emerge. Who is our microtile target market, and how many microtiles do they own? Do we want to be a service for content, or do we want to actually generate the content itself, or both? And how are we going to get paid for our services?
So, our design solution to the problem posed to us by Kristina is something that we're calling the Microtile Marketplace. Now, the Microtile Marketplace will be a website that facilitates relationships between microtile owners and content developers who are specifically able to develop content for modular installations. The features of this website will include things such as a featured content page, which will be found under Browse. This would suggest interesting new configurations of microtiles and content to help spark the imagination and excitement amongst both owners and artists. Buyers would be able to put in custom requests to the site where they tell us the size and the dimensions of their installation and a bit of what they're looking for in terms of content. These custom requests are passed along to artists so we have a roster of artists who look at these requests and they place a bid on those requests by the buyers to produce that content. The buyer can then browse the artist profiles and make their selection on who they want to tackle their project. As far as our target market, we decided that our target market would be people who own less than 25 microtiles. We chose this number because due to the expense of microtiles, anybody with more than 25 microtiles would be able to have an in-house designer and be able to be a big business with a big budget and an in-house designer. So we'd be dealing with configurations like these, like the ones you see along the bottom and the ones you see to your right. As far as designing whether we're going to be a service or a content provider, our REAP team contained 3 designers specializing in digital photography, digital video, and digital illustrations and animations. They would have profiles which look like these, available to the content buyers. Because of the limited scope of our project, we were unable to produce enough content with 3 people to run an entire stock content store like iStock Photo. It's not a viable solution for us. So instead we decided to become a service connecting buyers with producers. Now this posed an interesting new problem for us because without brokering the process with the content, there's no reason that if we provide all of the information about the buyers and the artists, that they can't just go around and make the contact themselves and not pay us anything. So originally we were looking at a eBay model where they would bid, and on content specifically. We decided we had to change it to more of an eHarmony model. eHarmony is a dating website. They facilitate relationships between people. That's more of the model that we're going for. We're facilitating relationships between microtile owners and content producers. So that process would be the buyer places a request. Artists see this request, they bid on it. So the owners pay to post that request, the artists pay a small amount to bid. Once both sides have given in their payment, all of the contact information becomes available and they can begin negotiating their contract. So, in summary, we've told you the story of how we've developed our product from markets and models to content and payment. And now I want to tell you what real innovative thinking went into this project. So the microtile market is more than just a market. It's a marketplace designed in a modular way to allow for other REIT projects, other small businesses to incorporate themselves into an entire marketplace. We are just one piece of the puzzle. There can be people who, with more resources, can provide stock content. There can be people who are looking at interactive media. There will be people looking at the whisper room idea that you heard earlier. These can all be placed into one marketplace, one-stop shop for microtile essentials.
So what we're looking for from you is whoever is interested in providing content for microtiles, feel free to talk to us during the networking event later on in the evening. And you can also visit our website, which is going to be going live at the end of March at www.microtilemarket.com. Any questions?